Hey, it's Coolio if you don't know. Welcome back to Let's Play Tome. The last time we died pretty horribly, and then I forgot to reset my timer. There we go. So, we're gonna try the same character again and see if we can do any better. It's that simple. And I shall have a drink of water. Do do do. Skinny do 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 do. Come on. You're at 100% now. You can do it. You can do it, game. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. I knew you could do it. Let's see how fast we can speed through these areas. You'll notice that it goes a lot faster when you're using your auto explorer. And also when you have your settings actually set up right. This game runs a lot better when I'm not recording it. Then again, this computer is not the most powerful thing on the market. Also, what are you doing over there? You're supposed to be... Oh, it's because of you again. Right. There. But yeah, I usually... When I get a laptop, I'm not looking for something that's super powerful. I'm looking for something that's decently powerful and super portable. And trust me, this thing is super portable. It's one of those things that kind of becomes a tablet whenever you want it to. Provided, of course, that you don't have anything plugged into the USB, the one USB port. Oh, that's level 1 down. A nice little cap out of it. And not much else. Yeah. Yeah, that's one kind of nice thing about Tales Maj'Eyal. If you use a skill that is targetable, and you attempt to target yourself, and it is an offensive skill, it will ask you if that is what you meant to do. There are some cases where you may want to target yourself because of the nature of the actual thing that you're trying to do. Like, for instance, this here, dual arrows. You fire 2 arrows at your target, hitting it and a nearby foe if possible, doing 156% damage. Now, if you target yourself with that, and there are 2 potential enemy targets next to you, say on your left and on your right, it will hit the targets on your left and on your right, leaving you intact. Now, I haven't tried this with only one or possibly even no targets next to you, because excuse me, because then you're wasting a cooldown. That's never a good thing. Because you never know when you're going to turn that corner and be mobbed by the entire world. It has ended, or nearly ended, many a good run for me. So. And I know a thing about having good runs ended. Now, I don't really like to refer to other series within, you know, I like to keep my series kind of self-contained most of the time, but I will kind of make a mention here. I've got some messages back asking if I was going to be continuing with 365 Days of Exus. And that is kind of what did I think I moved the wrong thing to the normal inventory here. Oh well. So yeah, 365 Days of Exus is definitely a thing that I would like to get back to. At the present time, that's not going to be possible. Not really going to get into the whole story of why, as the origins of this story are long and rambling. But, oh my goodness. Well, I got my my reading cut out for me here. Let's get started. And actually, I think this one talks about Zyger. Yeah. So, hang tight and probably fast forward if you don't want me to read this, but I'm reading it too bad. This is my video, I'll do what I want to. Let's get started so I stop rambling. I used to be a potion merchant in Earth. I brewed alchemical tonics and elixirs for locals and travelers. My trade was good, and I lived very happily with the gold from the gold I earned. For a young woman to have such a business, I was very proud. One day, however, several people in the town fell ill from a mystery disease. Rumors spread that my potions were to blame, and people stopped coming to my shop. My business was in ruins, and I soon ran the risk of becoming destitute. Then one of the elders died, and though he had been ill for some time, I was blamed for his death. People said that I had laid a hex on him, and murmurs arose of witchcraft. I still remember how peaceful the evening had seemed when the townsfolk came for me. I was looking up at the brightness of the stars and the clear crescent summer glow moon, thinking of how I should restart my business, when I heard shouts from the distance. I saw the crowd appear from round the corner, advancing with their torches. I screamed for help, but they broke through my doors, smashed through my windows, and grabbed me. They dragged me outside and set their torches to my house. I was stripped to my skin and beaten heavily whilst they cursed and jeered, and even the man who had been my fiancé spat on my face and cursed me. They pulled me over grass and stone to the town square, and though half blinded by the tears in my swollen flesh, I could still make out the wooden stake they were erecting. I tried to cry out, I tried to beg for mercy, but their response was to hold me down by my throat and pull out my tongue with the blacksmith's tongs. As I coughed up blood, they put me against the wooden pole and used barbed cords to tie my wrists to it above my head. The pain was unbearable, and I passed out, and did not wake until I could feel the burning at my feet. The crowd were cheering as the smoke began to wrap around me, and they cheered louder with every pained scream I released from my lungs. I was choking from the smoke, barely able to breathe, and I could no longer feel my legs. Just when I felt my consciousness slipping away again, I heard a commotion, and a woman's voice shouted out, "She is no witch!" Then I saw some people coming toward me, and at the front was a halfling woman in dark armor. She rushed towards me, unheeding of the flames, and with a swift flick from her long sword she cut my bounds. She caught me as I fell and pulled me away from the fire. So I kind of lost my place there when I scrolled down. Pulled me away from the fire, laying me down on the ground. I saw her soft face above mine. She whispered to me, "Tell me, child, do you reject magic in all its forms?" I nodded my head. I could not say no to those bright eyes. She wiped the tears streaming down my face and kissed my forehead. "Then you will be safe. Rest now." At once I passed out. When I awoke, I was in another village in a soft bed. There were wrappings around my legs and bandages covering the cuts and bruises over the rest of my body. Healers tended to me using natural remedies and herbal balms. The halfling woman would come and see me every day to check up on me. I longed for her every visit. She would speak to me sometimes. She explained how the townsfolk weren't to blame for their actions. It was all the mages' fault. They were corrupting the world, spreading chaos and turning people against each other. I realized I was wrong, forever brewing potions. They were infested with arcane energies and could only bring harm to the world. She explained how she and her friends were helping to save the world, to rid our lands of all magic. And she has saved me, not just from a terrible death, but also from the evil influences of the arcane. Even if I still had a tongue, I could not find words to express my thanks for her, and my joy at the new life I lead, free from the abominations of magic. Thanks to her help, I can now walk again with the aid of a crutch, and I can find true happiness in my rightful place in nature. I have no voice to tell my story to others, and so I write it down instead, and I spread it to the winds. I have suffered from my contact with magic, and others will suffer too. Do not trust in the terrible powers of these devious arts. They will only betray you and bring you bring you to harm. Turn your back on magic and make others repent too. Find your own salvation in nature's joys before it is too late. Really makes you think, doesn't it? So that's pretty much the argument for wanting to join Zyger. And I do think that I have a pretty good class to be able to join Zyger if I can actually make this character last for a while here. And there's Norgos. Come to kill me again. How lovely. I don't need to be directly next to a target to disengage from it. I just need to be within a certain range. However, you cannot disengage from nothing. You do have to have a target. Come on. And power up here. Run out of ammo. That's pretty fantastic. And I'm also running very low on stamina. However, I have succeeded and got the Summertide Vial. I also have a Ash Longbow. It's actually really rare to get an ash longbow in the first dungeon. That is tier 2 gear. There are 5 tiers for gear. Um, I don't really know what the tiers are, um, like what materials they are offhand. I know that for any wooden items, you have elm, then ash, then yew, Y-E-W. But, yeah, I don't know what the last two are. Probably did at some point, but honestly, I've never really been far enough into the game to know reliably firsthand what they are. No, don't target yourself. Stop targeting yourself. Stop targeting yourself. Why are you targeting yourself? And there we go. Let's go ahead and level up here. Bring that up to 24. No, wait. Is that what I want to do? I want to bring that up to 24. There. I usually don't touch the slings at all. I don't really use slings. That. That up to 18. Bring that up to 23. And I'm happy with that. Okay. Let's go ahead and recall out of here. I don't think there is anything that I've missed throughout items that I've collected here, so. Alright. Now, oh geez. That is an unfortunate place to start. Oh goodness, that's even worse. No, that didn't do anything. There we go. Trying to inflict as much damage as I can here. Hit my regen. And I should be able to survive this. It's pretty dicey there for a second, but we got through it. I don't know that the giant crystal red is supposed to look like that. But I think that the recording software might be having an adverse effect on the game's graphics. Which wouldn't really be surprising, honestly. It's kind of a result of, by recording something, you are changing the very nature of what you're recording. I think I heard that one time in an episode of Stargate SG-1. Now here's the thing. Like, if I just target this guy, then I miss this guy. So if I target here, I hit all four. If you wanted to move the cursor freely without it automatically snapping to targets, then you just hold down Shift. If you want to move the cursor to yourself, then on the numpad you press 5. I hate those dark tendril things. Aside from being able to pin you, they cause that darkness effect that you can't see through. Ooh. A rare poison ivy. Seems pretty defensive. But it didn't do a whole lot to attack me, I don't think. Like, if at all. And I got a quiver of ash arrows. I got some pretty nifty stuff from this run so far. Linen cloak here with some cunning and dexterity. Mine has magic and willpower, which are mostly useless in my class, so let's replace that. A slightly better armor. Let's use that. So one thing that you do kind of have to worry about if you do join Zyger, you cannot be wearing anything that is infused with arcane forces. You can wear something that is infused with arcane disrupting forces. So something like this would not work. I'm actually gonna try a Zyger run. Now the Lost Warrior is not a magic type. Oh boy. I hate spawning into the central room. I'm probably going to lose my escort. He's still alive. That's kind of a thing. I do kind of wish I had a way to jump forward. See if I can fiddle the same so that I hit everything. I don't think I can. Yeah, there goes my escort. Again. And there goes me blaming this on the LP curse. Again. Let's move away from the situation here. Out of the situation room and into the situation. I think I've mostly cleared out the middle room here, except for this poison ivy. Easily dealt with. However, I don't think I've actually managed to... Itchy ear. I don't think I've actually managed to rescue a rescue an escort like on camera yet, which is kind of embarrassing because I have a pretty solid history of saving almost everyone. If I'm not mistaken, I think there are 8 different kinds of escorts. Can't name them all right offhand, but I'm pretty sure there's one type of escort for each of the major stats. Now there is a seer, an alchemist, a warrior, a thief, a paladin, and another one that I can't think of. And they will give you either 2 of a major stat point, 1 of a relevant stat point for that class, or it can teach you skills. And then there's also excuse me. It is kind of late. There's also the lore master, which can give you 2 of any skill point. Arcing. I like arcing things. Actually, this can make for a very powerful offset. Except those are powered by arcane forces, so I'm going to have to get rid of them if I'm going for a Zyger run. Yeah, I'm gonna just get rid of these now. Well, it's not like I'm going to use that. Oh. How nice of the boss to just be right there to greet us. I'm going to start suppressing pain because this could hurt. Come on. There we go. And it appears behind me, leaving my other side completely vulnerable. Let's go ahead and power up here like a Power Ranger. Power, power, power. Power wheels and power sauce. There we go. Withering Orbs. Ah, interesting. I haven't gotten these in a while. These opalescent orbs stare at you with deathly knowledge, undeceived by your vanities and pretenses. They have lived and died through horrors you could never imagine, and now they lie strung in black cords, watching every twitch of the shadows. If you close your eyes a moment, you can also imagine what dread sights they see. And these are infused by psionic forces, which means I can wear them. Where did they go? Oh. Oh. These give blind fight. Slam allows the wearer to attack unseen targets without any penalties. You can also see stealth and see invisible. That is some good stuff. Now, if I'm going for a Zyger run, I cannot be using runes. I can use infusions because they're natural. However, runes are arcane, and if you try to join the Zygoranth with any runes, they will burn them off your body. Oh dear. Apparently I am diseased. Well, I'll probably regen and power my way through it here. Oh. That's where it's coming from. You. Die. Okay. There's another one up here. One more step. One more step. There we go. Why is it the poison ivy all over the place? Where is that gloomy direwolf? There it is. Okay, let's stop creeping in the dark here. Well, this is interesting. We got two rare poison ivies next to each other. And yeah, not high level enough for dual arrows. Dual arrows would be perfect in this situation. So I'm going to put heightened senses up to level 3, which will allow me to actually disarm traps. And up fast metabolism, trying to increase my HP production here. Alright. Up to level 7. There we go. The best way to kill an enemy is just to go right through. that should be about it. Yes. No, that's arcane forces. Can't use that. Can use that. Oh, that's stamina each turn too. And infravision. Definitely want that. Okay. So now I'm going to go down to Zyger. I'm going to make sure I don't have any arcane items on me. Transmog that. Transmog that. That. Transmog things that I don't need to lower my encumbrance and increase my money. My money. Okie dokie. Let's go to Zyger. Oh. Well, that looks kind of ominous. A halfling woman stands before you, clad in dark steel plate. Take the test, and then we can talk. But... well, what test is that? Someone want to tell me how to get into your stupid club? I'm guessing that the test is to actually, actually do that, escort thing. Where you trick an escort into going to their portal, which ends up leading them to Zyger, where they probably get carved in half. Ooh, you longbow. I don't have the money for it, though. What if I talk to you again? No? Well, let's read the sign. Maybe it says something about the actual test. Rules of the Zygeranth. 1. You will not talk about Zyger to the wider world, lest evil ears be listening. 2. You will not talk about Fight Club. No. 2. You will shun the use of all spells and witchcraft. 3. You will shun the use of magic cursed items. 4. You will shun the baneful influence of arcane runes and burn any skin that comes in contact with them. 5. You will not aid or abet any you suspect of wizardry or conjuration. 6. You will take note of any you suspect of spellweaving and report their name and address to the elders. 7. You will actively hunt down and bring suffering upon any you suspect of using magic, communing with spirits, demon worship, or any you suspect of aiding others in these acts. 8. You will report to the elders all activity you deem suspicious, especially evidence of cults or secret societies. These are the rules we live by. These are the rules by which we will save our world. All who fail in these rules will be purged with flame. Well, quite the party we've stumbled onto here. And I think that is what unlocks the Zygoranth path, is reading that sign. So now if I had never read that sign before, now I would be able to actually lead magic people to their doom. But we're not going to be doing that today. This video has been running for 40 minutes. And quite frankly, it's getting a bit late here. I should probably get some rest and pick this up tomorrow. So, next time we'll be seeing dungeons that we've seen before, just a little bit higher level because now we are level 7. So things might be a little tougher. But hopefully we can keep this character running for a little while and see what the world holds for us. And see how Nazi-ish Zigger gets. Zyger, whatever. I say Zig and you say Zag. Something like that, I don't know. I'm Coolio if you don't know, and I'll see you guys next time.